Your life becomes useless the moment God's direction is not followed. So there are things you have to appreciate with God. God makes the rules. Your job is to follow them, not to argue. You argue and argue. Someone says, I'm not going to get married because I don't want this issue of submission will be a problem for me. I said, make sure we tell that lady she's also not going to heaven. Said, how? Why? I said, because submission is following God, not following the man. So if she can't follow God on one area and tries to hide that I will not do it, I will not tithe because it's a problem for me. You're failed already to follow God who said it. So there are things that God will tell you, even as men of God here, some men of God here. Sometimes God will tell you Saturday is not yours, it's mine. And you have to let go of all the things you do on Saturday just for God. That you wake up knowing the hours for today are not mine. No, but I used to go out, I used to enjoy this. God says, no, I need those hours, they're mine. But God says, yeah, but they are my hours. If you don't, remember the parable Jesus gave? The rich man said, don't you know, you fool, that your life will require of you tonight? Said, I'll build this and put my produce in there. God said, no, you don't have time to build anything. You die today. I used to wake up sometimes like, I don't want to go to this church thing. I don't want to do that. God, no, call someone else. Here I am, oh Lord, send them. But then I got to a point where I started loving God to the point that what He likes became my favorite thing. I remember when I gave the pastor the salsa for the first time, he took a knife, sliced it, and put meat in the middle, made it like a sandwich. I said, what are you doing? That's not how you do this thing. And then we started teaching him until it became his favorite food. What is happening there? Acquired taste. Many things of God require acquired taste. You need to acquire that taste. You need to get to a point where you go like, yeah, that's how I like it. But if you can keep arguing and argue, you never win. That's what the Bible says. Who is it that argues with the Lord, that contends with the Lord? Who? God will make sure he wins at the end of the day. He'll win all the time. So listen to this. What can I do? I need to get to a point in my life where whatever God wants is what we do.